Banden Zawe Lama Rumbo Chen, Dage Jiwo Bime Den Shuni, Gatin Chembe Goni Jesont, Gosong Tojo Ngodo Zado So, Sanje Chodang, Tsucho Chonamla, Chanchu Pado, Dani Japsong, Dage Jinso Jibe Sonam Jin, Rola Pensar Sanje Roba Sho, Sanje Chodang, Tsucho Chonamla, Chanchu Pado, Dani Japsong, Dage Jinso Jibe Sonam Namji Rola Pensar Sanje Roba Sho Sanje Chodang Tsuchu Chonamla Chanchu Pado Dani Japsong Dagi Jinso Jibe Sonamji Rola Pensar Sanje Roba Sho Simje Tamje Dewa Dan Devi Jodo Demba Chuch Simje Tamje Dongha Da Dongha Ji Jodang Chawa Chuch Simje Tamje Dongha Mebi Dewa Dan Mendrawa Chuch Simje Tamje Nyerin Chadang Dan Chawi Dong Nyomla Nevar Choro Ji Lai Gedang Lodang Nejinki Drubung Tata Moyuki Namdang Roa Gunje Danam Chazam Tamje Geda Dagi Chuden To Sashu Pishu Tsushi Metonta Rira Lingyi Nide Jambanda Sanje Shenda Mite Polowai Roke Namda Shenda Juba Sho. Today is the very special day, and the Buddha's or the calendar, Western, not Eastern calendar, what do you call lunar calendar. It's 6th month and 4th day, Tupatsishi, which Tibetan call. And this day is the Lord Buddha Shakyamuni tone of healed Dharma and talked Four Noble Truths to the all 5 ascetic is in Banaras, Varanasi. So it is very important. I know all the venerables and students this morning, many of you took vows and special today to doing special that leading, which is very good. And then I was asked to teach some bodhicitta, but what we did today is all bodhicitta, and so it's really important. More we do today, some kind of aspiration of 12 deities Lord Buddha's reading, as well as aspiration of Samadha Bandha, which is Venerable Taoism painting. And so what we're going to do, we do the one in the Tibetan. They may have some transliteration, and then we do the English. I think we do more that than I just mumble talking some too much. And the most important is, we all know, the Ngondro is very important. It's the way of the Chanchu Semjaya, which means the Bodhisattva way of the becoming the Bodhicitta doing. So it is Ngondro, which is, I'm sure many of you may done part of Ngondro, and you have done probably. Ngondro is the basic foundation, is the rise the bodhicitta mind. So and also the like we read, so all the meanings were there today, and then it's what is important is in the Buddhist way teaching is the loving, kind, toward to all sentient beings, not just human beings, but all living beings. And that is most important. That is bodhicitta. And, and unconditionally. And also we help the all beings, whatever we can. At least we don't harm. If we can't help, don't not harm. And so we remind ourselves how it's all our parents, especially mother, loving mother, who take care, nurtures us and protect us from the harming and cleaning, all how she had to go through, bring us in life. So if you think that for more often, and that is the bodhicitta. And the same is all, sounds funny, Same as all the living beings. Is in today's world, there is so many sufferings, and the sufferings, all kind of sufferings, health, wealth, and sufferings is what you call natural disaster, all kind of suffering, and then some sufferings doing war. That's the humans doing, and all this we just relax and pray for all of those sufferings. You can see that every day on the television or news. There's most you see all the problems and all kind of tragic and things. So keeping that in mind is so important to doing. And then the loving kindness, that's the Buddha's teaching is loving kindness. That is bodhicitta. It's what the Dalai Lama said, my religion is loving kind, told to all beings. That is true. So all in the universe, as we live in the samsara, and samsara world is happiness for a moment, and then said just like we're hungry, and that's suffering. You eat, it's a little bit kind of feel better, and then you get hungry, or maybe you eat too much, you have a stomach problem. It's suffering, everything is, but it's just thinking all this, and also to remind you the impermanent. Impermanent is so important. There is not always the older one died. They said I'm old, but there's sometimes younger, and there's so many way comes in the death. It's all kind of accident, disaster, and all kind of natural disaster, so forth. So we always keep our mind and do ourselves to helping yourself and souls other around. And doing bodhicitta practice is when you started with closest your family, which is your mother. And then we all the sentient beings in the Buddha's teaching says they are your mother and father on one lifetime. It is true. So you started with your mother, and then you can extend it, your family, loved ones, relatives, so, community, even the neighbors, and then you extend the whole universe. And the practice is first is easy to do closest. You visualize, focus, and special one, your loved ones. And so this is what really the bodhicitta is. So what I'm going to do is, the goal is bodhicitta is just benefit for others, and your practice and benefit for others, and then you get the merit, and you feel good. You help others, and many in the Mayan Buddhism and others before you. And this is really important to do. And then there's some practice they call dongle, which is you give your happiness and energy and take their suffering. It's exchange. That's practice. But when you practice, you have to practice some kind of yourself, Lord Buddha Shakyamuni, or deity, any deity. You practice, then you can give. Because we ourselves may not have that power or energy to give. And I tell you this why it didn't have. I had my both knee surgery, and during that time, the hospital sent a special car to pick up maybe once or twice a week to pick all the patients around Seattle and take to hospital, and they do the massage, exercise, all kind of doing, and that sometimes takes 4 to 3 hours to pick up everybody around, and then drop and go to. my family and my students said, don't go with this car. Go, we take you, we take. I thought, no, it's just kind of nice being with other patients. But when I went, there's car to follow with the patients. And some are really, really painful. They're kind of whiny and almost crying, and pain so much, broken arms, broken leg, all kind of. When I saw that, I had to such rise the loving kindness to them. So I just nothing. Big surgery I had, but it's not broken in. There is pain, but it's not like them at all. And so I try to visualize myself, my deity, and try to give my love to them, to try to heal and try to take this pain myself. And I think it did help, because later we went together, they're kind of smiling and talking to me. They didn't know what I was doing though. So this kind of is bodhicitta. It's very, very good. So when I come home, I'm exhausted. Just had to go right away in bed. And my husband and I said, "What are they helping you? Look at you. You got worse when you go to the hospital." But I didn't tell in the beginning. Later I told her what I was doing. I said, "Okay, now you're not going with this car. We take you." But I went because that really helped me. So this kind of, you all know, people around, what is the pain? What can you help? There's so many ways you can help. So many ways you serve. And so it's the best thing is to do the Ngondro practice and always remind yourself impermanent and helping others, loving and kindness, sharing, whatever you can share. And so this is the Bodhisattva way of doing. So then our goal is to the benefit for there's countless and limitless sentient beings and suffering. And it sounds like it's one person just pray, it doesn't help. It does help. It does help. And so this is what we're going to do. And so I didn't realize in my suitcase there's a beautiful book with His Holiness Sajjad Tenzin wrote. It has all kind of commentaries about parting from four attachment, and not only for Sakya Lamas of the 5 founders, Sakya Pandita, Choja Papa, Tapa Jansen, Sonam Tsemo, all 5, and plus lots of more abbots, and plus. And I wish I read this before I give a talk, but I just talk to you what I always do, my own experience, and I don't recall myself on any just all those achievements. So I just always sharing what I know. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this book. So not only that, has lots of bodhicitta practice in here, and this is all English. This book is just a recent book. It's done last year. And we got our family, because the Sajjad family got a copy. This is my copy. So I'm leaving this here. And then, of course, this book is good. This is all a talk about how to take bodhisattva vows and bodhicitta and all. And we use this in Sajjad Monastery. So it has Tibetan, English transliteration, and meaning. And this is the Genresi practice we use. And all the books in the Sajjad Monastery has Tibetan transliteration, English, and meaning. So these books are going to leave to Venerable Thupten and all for you when Anatapa comes. So I think you do not need any more than that. I just mostly teaching things. But if you read this, whenever you have time, live in library, sharing, and learn lots of things. And it is because the it says parting from four attachment is just 4 lines. The 4 lines only, but the meaning of them. So everything is in there. So that is why it's not only for the Satya Lamas, but as well as other religious, the holy Lamas had all of these commentaries. But in this one is all Satya, Ngoba, Tsaba, all 3 subsets translation. So which is very good. And so then other things I'm sure you all are doing, but all the Dharma practitioner is most when you have time. I'm sure everyone has some kind of shrine or altar or the offering things you whenever you can and whatever you can, you do the not only just practice but do offering with for your good motivation to the. And when you take refuge from the lamas, and then this is part of a commitment. You do offering, and don't have to think that I cannot offer. Offering. You can offer just clean water. There's some sandwiches. Just go to the river, bring in beautiful some clean glass cups, and do offer and do the 7-line prayer. So it's not practicing Dharma and offering to the Triple Gems. Not always you have to do so much wealth-wise. It's mostly the motivation, and not the how much you do, how you do. And that has to come from the heart. And so especially in the Buddhist days, like for example, like today, there's every month there's something. Buddha's holiday, and Buddha was born, birthday, enlightenment, and given this Four Noble Truth, and in the giving the teachings, and all of those days we have in our monastery. We have a Tibetan calendar. We have always lots of celebrations and ceremonies and all those. Even you can't go, everybody was just do. But if you can't go all of this kind of teachings, but you can do in your home, even just pick up. I'm sure everybody have a house with some yard or flowers. In this country, you flowers year round. In Tibet, only maybe 2-3 months a year. But that's why we use when doing the mandala offering, or the lamas are giving this flower. We said we use the rice. That's it represent flower. But it's really like a flower is supposed to be. Because those when Lord Buddha Shakyamuni was living in India, is flower offering. And the only time I had enjoyed doing this, the people were doing in Hawaii. So every place I went teaching, they bring lots of flower petals and basket full they use and road in Mexico. Any of you been to Mexico? Oh, my center in Mexico. And White Dara Day, they have all white flowers everywhere. And they made white flowers, mandala petals. It's so good. But in Tibet, no flower, just rice pretending flowers. And so it's easier when you do the Lama's teaching mandala offering. And it's very easy to pick it up. But the rice, you have to do vacuum so much. And many centers and houses are teaching some of the churches, they're not allowed rice at all. So what can you do? So anyway, it's like I said, just use some flowers from your garden and fresh water and fresh fruit. Doesn't matter how much, how many you have, just something fresh and clean. And you do offering and incense. And that's you keep up your motivation, your commandment with the connection, with you receive the teachings, and you also connected with Triple Gem as well as your Guru. And a blessing, it always comes with that. It's a tremendous. You made there's so many stories of the doing little flowers, like one of the other stories when like Lord Buddha Shakyamuni was teaching in Banaras, Varanasi, and this man, he lost all his wealth, the family, famine, died, everybody, he has nothing left. So he was so sad. He was away when this happened, and he came and he see that Lord Shakyamuni was doing some special puja, and he didn't have anything to offer, so the sad. So we look around, he saw the garden, there's lots of flower petals. He took the handful of the flower and he offered that like mandala, and how sad. And he was changed his life, and the sanghas recognized how his motivation, and later he came with one of the high-ranking monk. So it's because the merit, because from motivation, because so of course he was relieved his sadness, and the offer when he offered the flower. So there's always is a oh good, that was, motivation is important. So anyway, then you just do and whatever you can offer. If you have time, sit down, and if you do some meditation or pray. And of course in Mahayana Buddhism, when we do pray, or you can do any kind of prayer, length of prayer, each one do some different deity in the mantra and the mudra and pray. When you pray, we always pray for the benefit of all sacred sentient beings. And that merit to come to you will help. If you don't pray the others, and I want this, I want, it doesn't work. Because sometimes people like misunderstanding that I pray for because me or my friends thinks, yes, we can do that. But it's first you have to vast, then Topologian praying for. And what we want to be reborn or the white realm, so 3 high realm, or want to be enlightened Buddhahood because of sake of sentient beings, not just myself. Because there is like a suffering that every 6 realms, even the God realm, and it's very happy, enjoy, forget everything, enjoyment, flower garden, flower lace, but the time, when the time comes, it's too late to do everything, and then may go low run. So that's just one of the example. But we see ourselves in the samsara world. Rich people comes poor, and ranking people comes nothing, the famous. And so all kind of things, and then we are, the human suffering. And then the most human suffering is to not only just our human sufferings, born, aging, sickness, and death. That's just natural. But plus, suffering we parting from our loved ones. Loved one, we lose loved one or part loved one, and something. Since the human, we are the, desire realm. So we always want something. You have one, you want two. 1, 2, 3. So try the limit, and think the samsara. And you think samsara, and then loving kindness automatically comes. And that is bodhicitta. And we not only just love my family or but try to toward to others, loving kindness too, especially needing people or needing sentient beings. So once you become Buddhist, and we do like Bodhisattva way of doing lots, like we have go to release lives, and with such a monastery we do quite often that, and go and to release all kind of fish, crabs, and then we release, and that kind of, and what you do is also this: if you release, you do save life, you extend your life, and you offer to all kind of your wealth and things, you get wealth. It's because the answer is always the cause and fact. And the same thing, if you take some life, you get short life. If you take somebody's things, stealing it's not belong you, you get poor and lose your wealth. And there's always cause effect. So this most important in the Tibetan Buddhism teaching is it's the Le Jumde, which we call cause and condition, cause and fact. And we do believe strongly life after life is rebirth, reincarnations. That is why His Holiness Dalai Lama is 14th reincarnation now. And I know we all were, maybe we're connected to some previous life, and we're here. There's some karma brings. And the karma is, if you do something accidentally, or you knew something, doing some unvirtuous things, bad karma, and you can confess and do something to help, offering, and do 100 syllable mantra, and to meditation, offering to your guru or community to what you have done. I think many other religions have that kind too. And that will help that so your bad karma will go away. But sometimes it's all because my fat, because my karma. The karma can help. Karma is not always there. But then it's too late. I'm not going to do anything about it. Then it's not good. Just like something you've done, something bad, you do right way. And I was telling somebody, I said, well, you loan money from bank, and you don't pay back a little bit, then it's leave it there, then it comes big, you can't pay at all. It's karma is like that. If you do something, every day our life, I think we do more unvirtuous things, walking, knowing, not knowing, stepping in the womb, all kind of things. So that is why, we have to remind ourselves and doing something good for helping. So the life is sometimes very interest, but impermanent. Impermanent, that's what we have to think. Impermanent life. We planned for next year, maybe even 100 years from now. We don't know. We don't even know what's next. We don't know what is tomorrow. But if remind, and what you can do in your life is helping others, yourself, and everybody have to have self-esteem. All the sentient beings have Buddha seed. So that is why. So we just not knowing, not many times we're not doing. I can do later. I can do later. So that's not. Every time, every chance we have, we can do. Venerable Tapula, I was just giving a little bit outline of some teaching, but most important is today is there's a very special day. Is a Tupatseshi, which is the Lord Buddha Shakyamuni gave a Four Noble Truths and the 5 etc. And so this is when we do this kind of special Buddha's birthday or Buddha's days, its accumulation, the merit is hundreds, thousand times. Same way if you do virtuous things goes that way too. But since that, instead of I'm just talking, we're going to do the aspiration of Samadha Bandha as well as the 12 deeds in the Buddha. And we're going to do, some of you have this transliteration, we're going to do one in the Tibetan, and then we can do the Mingmala can be Omze. You can do the after an aspiration Samadha Bandha. First we do 12 deeds in the Lord Buddha. And so people who, if you have it good, you have translated, if you cannot follow the Tibetan words, you can just read translation, so you understand what you are doing. And this is all brief life story of Lord Buddha Shakyamuni.
I copied half the book, not the Heart Sutra.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then also I was telling them, I didn't realize I have this book, has all the commentaries of the attachment, 4 attachments, and what do you call it? Shimbashira, which is, and then it's also the lots of bodhicitta and talking. And so I'm going to leave this too here for you to read, and then you're going to be very busy reading. And this has the Buddha taking Bodhisattva vows in the Sajja Monastery, and use this one too, transliteration. So please come forward. I'm going to leave this. So this is, I can offer, instead we can do everybody doing together. Listen 3 books. Okay? That's good. Okay? So, Mimala, we're going to do in the aspiration, 12 deeds Lord Buddha, because this is the Buddha's day, special. Lama Rinpoche Dage Jewo Peme Denshu Ne Gaden Chenbe Gone Jesan De Gosan Tojo Ngodo Zado So Je Sha Je Reson Zhang Xian Je Mo To Du Je Bon Zhong Ba Se Je Long Bo Da Bo Je Bo Go Sha Je Ja Bo Che La Cha Ca Lo Kang Ge Tang Bo Chang Ju Tu Je Ne So Nama Ye Xie Co Ni Zong Ze Ba Den De Zhu Ba Zhe Qian Zhuo Wa Yin Guen Ju Qie La Da Ge De Ba Jil ha nam dun ze du we tu chen. Ne la le pa ne lang che da she. De re la se ne la mo jun chu. Jil hong so shu ban ze la cha za. 我大娃就做下界西部，在这些冷被擦到当边，在长大家去街头成就，送抢救人送爱拉叉叉。 lo shune top de me sange de anga manga dai joza de je wo che ba je nam tsara je nen ren da me ba ze la cha za 언제 때제다 tumba 자와 대카나마도 본스르 좀예 코르다 댄세 탑라 케바 예자세 용완 제라 차차 로코베 차와 님보 메시 내 침대 중대 칼라시니 자취된 남다 총도니래 이라도 중완 제라 차차 로 준비 창조 조바 공니 내 나른 자네 람도 로초 修高瓦杰尼真主他亲，第三天去年在拉恰查，罗特的妈妈明白八天夜，接芒嘎大爷抢救心中，当街中没有我把场景。 也强求做伴在拉恰查，罗勒罗罗拉牛多西尼，你瓦拉那些拉索尼丘，多去接可罗过年度假，南太巴送拉跟着恰查。 罗先杰过往年把查拉杰，节目的单把出当累积，所空门这个有多对呢？多头把有讲在拉查查，罗那边没远点。 今年都有把出主全部，在拉面着哇跟着拉皮，在单把结伴在拉恰恰，老来老今年牛的都各位，在杂桥中间撒些脏嘛。 如前面多见大不过些，你娘眼大王在来查查，老两大你顿几百面吃，得马我心情所能托起，这天你对你人生忙冲。 你果冻恰近在拉恰查，老太大单白大波中的，现在别做了多长单吧，也给问着哇根据结吧，用这些你就当成吧。 就下节家波切根紧着，当扩大各色才当心看，当切节成就上百紧着，我等着功劳到孙中啊，学点班级，看本先吧。 Ta temba yewe shendo sawa. Ta tense pelo gundu tumba. Ye temba yure neve trashi sho. So you want to read one in English? True.
Praise of the Lord. Praise of the 12 deeds of Lord Buddha. So we'll all say this together starting on page 1.
Teacher, blessed one, Tathagata, Arahat, perfectly complete Buddha, perfectly innocent, Sravasti, Lord, unsurpassed one, teacher of gods and humans, Buddha, blessed one, glorious victor, sage of the Shakyas. To you I pay homage, make offerings, and go for refuge. Since when you, foremost of those with 2 legs, were born, taking 7 steps on this great earth, proclaim I am the best in this world. Then homage to you, wise one. Pure in form, supremely beautiful, an ocean of wisdom like a mountain of gold. Your fame is radiant in the 3 realms. Protector, supreme one, homage to you. With supreme marks, face of immaculate moon, golden in color, homage to you. There is none like you, dust-free in the 3 worlds. Homage to you, the fearlessly wise. Homage to the Buddha, the foremost one. Homage to the refuge, the Dharma. Homage to the great assembly. Homage always with respect to the 3 jewels. Homage to you who through skillful means and compassion took birth in the Shakya planet and vanquished the hosts of Mara that others could not conquer, whose body is radiant like a mountain of gold, the king of the Shakyas. I shall praise you, who have first produced bodhicitta, then perfected the accumulations of merit and wisdom, and in this age through vast activities became the protector of living beings. Homage to you, O well-trained God, realize the time had come to guide living beings, and ascending from the celestial realms like a great elephant, foresaw the lineage into which you would take birth, and entered in the womb of Abbey. Homage to you, son of Shakyas, to whom 10 months later, when in grove of auspicious meeting you took to birth, Brahma and Shakra paid homage, and whose supreme marks verified that you were a race of enlightened beings. Homage to you, a youthful and powerful lion among men, who by displaying miracles and Anugata, and utterly defeating all arrogant men, was unrivaled. Homage to you, who in order to act in accordance with worldly custom, and avoid all faults, assumed the queen, and retinue, and through skillful means maintain the kingdom. Homage to you, perceiving that the activities of samsara are insubstantial, renounce the householder's life, and having traveled through the sky, in front of the Nanda Stupa, ordained yourself. Homage to you, who intent upon attaining enlightenment through diligence, for 6 years on the banks of the Ranjana River, performed austerities and having perfected vigor, then achieved the highest stage of meditation. Homage to you, who in order to bring to fruition the effort you had made throughout beginningless time, sat beneath the Bodhi tree in Dharma, immobile in God's riches, and awakened to perfect enlightenment. Homage to you, who having quickly gazed upon beings with compassion, at such special places as Varanasi, turned the wheel of Dharma, establishing disciples in the 3 vehicles. Homage to you, who in order to defeat the evil accusations of others, vanquished the 6 non-Buddhist teachers and those such as Devadatta, and the demons of the land of Brahma, making you a sage victorious in spiritual battle. Homage to you, who attributes unequaled in the 3 worlds, displayed great miracles at Sravasti, and by the offerings of gods, humans, and all living beings, caused the doctrine to prosper. Homage to you, who in order to quickly motivate the lazy, at the pure abode of Kusho, destroyed your deathless adamantine body, and passed into nirvana. Homage to you, who in order to show that in reality you had not perished, and in order to enable future sentient beings to acquire merit, emanated many relics there, and caused your physical remains to be dispersed in 8 portions. In this way, through the merit of this brief praise concerning the deeds of the Blessed One, may the activities of all living beings become equal to the deeds of the God Himself. May I and others have a form just like yours, King of Shaktas, a retinue lifespan, pure and
just like yours.
by the appearance of the teacher in this world, the sunlight brilliance of his teaching, and the encore sangha, upholders of the teaching of their disciples, may it be our good fortune that the teaching long endures.
Deyata Oma Mune Mune Ma Mune Shakya Mune Yasowa Deyata Oma Mune Mune Ma Mune Shakya Mune Yasowa Deyata Oma Mune Mune Ma Mune Shakya Mune Yasowa Deyata Oma Mune Mune Maha Mune Shakya Mune Yasowa Deyata Oma Mune Mune Maha Mune Shakya Mune Yasowa Deyata Oma Mune Mune Maha Mune Shakya Mune Yasowa. Do you have aspiration, Samadabandha? You have one, right? In English, right? Everybody can read it in their English, and we can. Is that English? Just English. Okay, you can read it. We can read Tibetan. I think we have time. Yeah.
What page? 55.
You can read it. Yes. Okay, you can read it in English. We can read it Tibetan. Oh, okay. That's good. Then we can share. There's only one. So still helps. You listen because the sound. This is the most effective pray with the living and dying and the dedication, all aspiration, the Samadabandha. This is most we do in such a monastery every time. It's very important to do. Shune Juba La Cha Cha Lo Soda Chujun Jedena Dusan Shepa Moye Sange Gan Dage Malu Teta Tamche La Ludang Aye Don Chojo Sambo Shepe Mela Dotake Jawa Tamche Ije Ngosondo Shinge Dunye Lura De Baye Jawa Gongla Rabdo Chazalo Duji Dana Duni Sanje Na Sanje Sije Una Shubata Tetra Chuche Yana Maluba Tamche Jawa Dagi Kangwame Tetrang Haba Mese Janso Na Yangche Yangla Jatsu Dragonji Yenda Genje Yende Rajeje Dewa Sheba Tamche Dagete Medo Tamba Chama Tamba Tang Senye Natan Chupa Do Chodong Mame Chodo Do Be Tamba Dewa Teda Lane Cheba She Naba Mudong Chunjo Dong Tsima Pama Ra Nyamba Dang Buba Cheba Papa Chogenji Jawa Teda Lane Cheba Chi Lame Jachewa Teda Jawa Tamche Lion Me Sambo Shila Tepe Totake 야와 공라 차차 제바시 더샤 시당 띠모 왕게네 르당아다 대신 이제 바다게 지바지 제바 대다 탐체다게 소소샤 조저 야와 간당 산제시 란자 로당 로당 멜로당 로아 근저 소남 강라요 대다 근저 지서 다에랑 코나 초진 제된 로마나 창조람바 산제 마차니 공부 대다 당제 동제라 콜로라나 메바 꼬라와가 냥인 다대 강신 대다라 와 근저 펜신 대회처 가바 신게 눈이 쇼바요 다게 타모 라자 소와지 차차와다 치신 샤바다 제서 이런 것이 소와이 중세다게 제사 대다게 장주 전봉고 네베 산제 남당 장주 장준도나 강쇼 제바제 가야마제 대다라녀와 송조 송주 럼바 산제시 산제 성야 신이 진이바 대다 자제 용서 다바 장주 숑 중심 대화 산제 시적 라도 고와죠 대다 진이바 대다 아근네 대화죠 로아 근제 취제 대남네 tumba jeje rewang roba cho chanchu jeba dana da jeje rowa kondo jewa chemba jo serap kondo chupo jewa na da 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 ne ra don jwa sho jawa genje si je ta fa ne dong shi me lan jong zo zu bu jie zi rong xie ba chen me yong da da dong ma nyam je me je ba sho lai ge dang lo dang ne xin ke drubum ta ta moya ge nam da roa gen je zha nam che zam ba tham che ge da da ge chu den do de xin pa ro chang la ra ze den chang ju sen ne nam yang je ma ju dik pa ko na druba jo ba 대다 말을 용서 중앙쇼 내도니 모두 제레 남래 저봉 전단 전도 교바이 샤바지 대량자 능가신도 배바쇼 된된 저 대노 드rum벼지도 저와쇼 대다달라 요아라데지 대노 안깔라 라나 펜바지 또 성주와 정처 주제지 自证造大业大给大吞巴酒，真做出去把用的大自己，忙嘎巴跟到结巴，生的结当村巴结巴。 等等，大用大到这把学，太大大跟等等等等，就把那大些那那等的，当不等把地位出播的，上播些把那都等把去，忙的那呢就等结把去，太大等用大到这把学，大个总就高温跟播呢，我说大到大给家娃大，忙个把个都没教娃的。 那样七八家去，叫我南京他们村人去，强求结巴用的能把车，上把些巴用把他，忙嘎巴跟着结巴去，是把他们去同样可哇啦，说那么一些他那没设计，他当些了电车南大当，远的跟着没设置的，都知道那的你现那的现在的三节。 没差三节那，三节四节我那修把的，得得让结把点这打我来去，得到马来用所以公完修，得到的。三节讲错西南讲错当，高把讲错决军拉东就，宋金拉加错扎根基，叫我根据拉入点吧，把讲拉的都把钱钱用，得到他们拉打到。 都把修，大跟我他们去接，我个大入到国外去，大个样送样没事了， 대다 거던 능도 대정치 모 까바 건도 집어쇼 능도질라 다겐조바쇼 과연 두스마 두손체대 깨지 차시 전화 쇼바 능송시바 메 상계가 대다 깨지 질라 다게다 따도 대다 건너 지어바 주마 추라 남다 dob준조 과연 지존 정의 신대가 대다 대반 대바쇼 대다 다게 남정 탐제 신라 그런조 과연 마찬지 된 드라마나 찬초 롱녀름저라도 양년 다와라도 셔단 gembo 건저 청도 다초워 건도 녀워 정처 도나다 건네 계획 택배 도나다 건도 연대 제배 도나다 건도 차바 잠바 다게도 건네 계획 수남 도나다 차바 매바 주로바 이시도 시럽 타다 댄스 도다 장조 도나 용다 조바치 리제 도나 용서 다지지 니모 도나 건던 좀바치 두조 도나 도미라지 신망 부지바 연도 도바주 자 탐체 용도 다지지 선제 다가 짐다 다지지 도나 장소 라도 제바 근시 장소 라도 제바 과나 연도 다스이지 군드마 장소 용도 제바시 상제 장소 랍도 제제지 본다 장소 랍도 제바지 과연 두송다 바자와이 장초 초라 숨불란 주다 중 상보시바 용도 동전 대다 달랑 말을 소와쇼 정보 근저 시제 토 강근 맨나 건다 송시차 개바 대당 준비 제배처 개완다다 탐제라도 뭐 송시반 거와 탐제 강드바 강나 연도 제바제 나마 고도 저도 진라 텐라 다종 대당 순바라주 성보 개외 성보 제배처 망박 마다 말란 제바라지 마오카바 건도지 대처 말을 주바지 제바거나 있어야 마주 현대 나중 세종 매바당 제바 체매바라 내내 정 대다 좋아 탐체 차와지 남게 다도 주바 저정바 당체 말을 타이 대신 제정 리던 예모 타지로바 다게 매람 타에 공 공연 소지 현장 타이바 린신 진대 야와 남라포 라다미 뱅뱅도 생계되니 가바 보아이 좀바 좀바네 뭐 좀바네 이제 자양 대바 제바나 선남 담비 초돈 던저로 공개 성체 멜란다다 대내 년송 탐제 봉와자 대내 조봉 년바 봉와 노아 타에 대용 대녀를 돈들 바 많이 대와서 미친 대용 대다래바 건도 송보 대용 전자와 대다른보 메도 대신 사명 아보 다게 디바나 관계 미시 원계 지바 대 송보 제반 더제나 녀더 말을 용서 중아 이些东那수당 천나다 레다 카도 남당 덴바다对的没得蒙博대摩图觉得송보 끝나온 쳐봐要行中的等人，送你生前盘成天都，讲出送去创造我那都过，对能得当结巴他们去，刚要上坡些班等个，穿他那等他们落那。天那么的门帮上节前讲究错了送年马子，将把8月7大前八堂跟到上坡太阳提醒的太大跟着接受道路，给完的他们去拉动 The song Sheba Jawa Tamchi Ngoa Kongla Chodo Ngabat Dagi Gewe Zawan the Gachung Sambo Shiza Rabdo Ngoachi Dana Chewe Tuzi Jabana Druba Tamchi Dana Tsasat Nguson Hua Tayan Tetoni Dewa Jinji Shinda Radon Tenson Nene Melan Dada Jong Tamchi Malu Wendo Jubash Dada Malu Dage Yung Songo Jeten Chisi Semche Memory Jawe Jungo Sanshin Gawa De Pema Tamba Shendan Zilage Noan Tai Jawe Ngusondo Lunde Bayon Dage Teto Sho Rama Ratoni Druba Mambo Chewa Chajai Lawyer Dojo Chojo Namsong Yon Simjian Namla Pemba Mambo Sambo Shebe Melan Temba Yi Gewan Duzu Dage Josap Then the Maudu Metada Chung Shebe Melan Toba Yi Gewan Duntin Tangba Chondone Rowe Donga Chubo Tsiban Heba Mebe Nera Toba Sho Melan Jabo Nada Tuk Tayin Jowa Golan Gunzuch Gunda Sombo Jimbe Shundu De Ngenson Nena Male Dongba Sho. Very well done. You want to do in one English? Do we have a time? Do in English?
Yeah.
Do you need everybody have a book? Oh, good. Which page? That's okay. I can't too fast, you guys.
Yeah.
Too fast to follow. Okay.
Extraordinary aspiration of the practice of Samatha. I
I bow down to the authority of you guide the movement between freedom and present, past, and future, in the world's 10 directions, to all human device, teachers,
and the inspiration is someone that found no way. The sentiment deep respect. And the only one that you know, Adam the
all you Buddhas visualize power and
session before me. I
each of themselves the bodhisattvas, and how the spirit
saw the phenomena in the field of
Buddhas in this way.
within the I sing
the
breathing taking
celebrate all of you gone to us.
the sixth engine field version striking light and sublime starlight for you the Victoria one flying dress and wonderful films and the word under the help high in the mountain middle of with the transcendent offering pearls vast would perform admiration of all Buddha with the standards notion of the Bodhisattva with action I've done with my body's speech and mind overwhelmed by the ability to know that in peace I will be admitted. I love the voice of merit of the vision with the sublimation of solitary realized heart and continue to do merit and continue to reduction who have in the Buddha related to the state if you do my Guru, please turn to spring wheel of Dharma with the palm together with the central who made the before the wonders, the burdens, the happiness, and the well-being, all the wonders samsara, with the merit,
by paying homage
the knowledge, world, and joyful, and good to the Buddha and may of the age. I want the children all working. May all Buddha now living in the world and directions of God's freedom and past offerings. May those not yet quickly fulfill their minds are waking out the full awakening. May all world's generations be delivered. May they feel what the Bodhisattva and surrounding with the May us be the existing generation of the happy. May all the samsara be lives in glory to the Dharma. Remember my past living always exist. May I also Bodhisattva way and this in the vicious circle of the may all the Buddha also alive. Then dwell in the wisdom of the Buddha, with the perfect Buddha. May dwell without yellow uncommoness worth the May I teach the Dharma in the language of the gods, and the language of spirit and nagas, human and demons, and the voice of the real. May I guide as one as so many 6 from done. May I complete chance without mission everything with all of the duty. May I talk with all my life in the world of free karma, just as lotus blossom just another source of the moon out. Delusion on the numbers, guides the ocean, samsara, and the putting blossom. May I practice constantly for young and being showing the way of I always have the show but I always mind may we press together and the body moves also and never get successfully find the word. May I always be and without these May I always dance with the Buddha and the Dharma and teaching that awakening body realization, Bodhisattva, you practice and when I'm touching through the and become the wondrous and the good, so the main wisdom of the meditation civilization gather limitlessness in the Dharma of the merit on the one item I shall see the Buddha feel the number at the bottom the Buddha among the Bodhisattva in every field, producing the activities of beginning and receiving this all directions. I drop into the ocean of the Buddha. Each ocean of this Buddha brings a rope to the heart, so I too will rise over the ocean of it. In the direction to the spirit of the Buddha, the Buddha's equality and the world, the complete pure God, to the various traditional being, but it's not the understanding of plugging into the each of the Dharma of the Buddha and the 3 times gone to freedom to continue from the real Dharma. I shall experience one moment such as the deity or future, and I shall enter in all years of 3 times in but the nation in the instead I shall see the doors of kingdom beings past, present, and future light monk on the human with the power of the illusion like the Asian I shall continue to get to the wisdom constitutive I shall manifest as one Sangaras expert in the nature of the future, and likewise I shall enter to away from the Buddha field every so and so shall continue. Those quickly turn the wheel of complete in whoever those who shall find it may achieve the power of the will power of lead to great will through the balance space, power of others, the power of love, prevailing of realm, power of honor, surprise and merit, power of supreme knowledge, and boasted generations. I through the power of wisdom fulfill skillful means and samadhi. May I with the perfect power of our King, purify with the power of the Lord, choosing the power of the the disturbing the emotion at their root. Using the power of suppose I shall perfect the power of the Bodhisattva practice. May I purify the ocean of the world. May I free an ocean of me. May I see the ocean of Dharma. May I realize the ocean of praise and wisdom. May I purify the ocean of activity. May I hold the ocean of praise. The ocean of truth. May I down to the story of the ocean of to the fully through this mission way, I shall fulfill all the truth of the practice of the Buddha consciousness, the order to process that lesson and some of the Buddha all in everything good, the adult brother and son of the daughter and Buddha accomplished. And so likewise may I declared just as the girl for some of the bundle with pure body, speech and mind, pure ocean and pure Buddha and field. I shall give rise to the expression of Manjushri for this Bodhisattva process of the embarrassing good to perfect this perfect without pure and all future oil. May my pure motivation to
those who make this heartfelt aspiration for the Bodhisattva way.
My pure activity be endless. My good quality boundaries, and through the current activity, may I actualize infinity emanation, limitless the end of space. Likewise, limitless are living beings. Thus, limitless are karma and action. May my aspiration reach limitless as well. One may offer to Dharma all wish and and one may offer during eon Umbra as Adam of the world, even the greatest happiness of good human. But whoever had this extraordinary aspiration and long for the highest kingdom, keep rise in faith with just one grateful shade merit, the make of the perfect expression of the Bodhisattva, the full with the Lord birth and Shankamani and Kugli and Amitabha infinity light. Lord. And even though very human life, they will be nourished by happiness and have all conductive circumstance without waiting alone. They will become like Samadabandha himself. This give a voice of the extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purifies the five boundless harmful action created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with the supreme knowledge, excellent body, family, attribute, and appearance, there will be the and all three worlds will make offering, going quickly to the noble body free, and 7 days benefit sentient beings to be all in the force. They will fully awaken and turn to the great wheel of Dharma. Have no doubt that the awakening, the fully impied, is not completed. Only the Buddha of the holding in mind and teaching. Well done. Beautiful. It was too fast. Very good. We did a really good deed today. It was so wonderful. So what we have a time need. We have some doing dedication.
And then one thing we haven't done yet is we haven't shown you Kutami. So I think maybe right after this we'll take a walk over there and show you the Tony House before lunch, and then
Okay.
off to the airport.
So folks, we're going to, sort of as a small gesture of our gratitude for Dharma Kusho for giving us these beautiful teachings in the White Child Parliament, we're going to offer her a mantra again to thank her. And then we'll go to our, the folks who are visiting today. On page 30, we'll do the dedication of merit. Those two there. So we'll start off with those, and then we'll go cue us for the rest of it. So on the sheets, folks, that we've had this week, and it should be on the back of the mandala offering before teaching, there should be a mandala offering after teachings. And hopefully you still have the other piece of paper.
Om Vajra ground, Om mighty golden ground, Om Vajra fence, Om the iron fence around the edge. In the center is Mount Meru, the king of mountains. In the east, the continent Videha. In the south, Jambudvipa. In the west, Godinaya. In the north, Kuru. In the east are the subcontinents Deha and Videha. In the south, Kamara and Aparakamara. In the west, Shanta and Uttaramantrina. In the north, Kaurava and Kaurava. Here are the precious mountain, wish-granting tree, wish-fulfilling cow, and love harvest. Here are the precious wheel, precious jewel, precious queen, precious minister, precious elephant, precious horse, precious general, great treasure vase. Here are the goddess of beauty, goddess of garlands, goddess of song, goddess of dance, goddess of flowers, goddess of incense, goddess of light, goddess of perfume. Here are the sun, moon, precious parasol, and victory banner. In the center are the marvelous riches of gods and humans, with nothing missing, pure and delightful. I offer these as a Buddha field to my glorious, holy, kind root guru of the lineage gurus, and in particular to the master of the entire doctrine, the noble spiritual mentor, as an offering to thank you for your kindness because we have received the profound Mahayana teachings. Please accept these with compassion for the sake of migrating beings. Having accepted them, please bestow on me and on the multitude beings abiding as far as the limits of space your inspiration with loving compassion. This ground anointed with perfume, flowers